Hey everyone, welcome to Locked In, the channel that brings the best college football intel to the modern fan. We appreciate all of you who've watched our channel and would love for you to become part of the channel by clicking the subscribe button. This will help us become more visible on YouTube and help us achieve our goal of raising football IQs everywhere through in-depth analysis in plain English. Thanks everyone. Stay locked in.
This one we'll just see a wing here. So I mean, you got trips on this side pretty much, and
Yeah, wing trips.
you'll see Michigan
Six.
send some pressure here, or a blitz here, and I mean they absolutely come after the quarterback, and what happens? They get there. I mean they just collapse on Jalen Milrow.
I think that was their first sack of the second half.
Yeah, it was their only sack of the second
The
half.
only sack, actually, yes.
And that's when they sent six to say they didn't get any four-man blitzes
Oof.
or four-man sacks. They didn't get any five. They had to send six. And I mean, it came at a crucial point in the game. It's 3rd and 3, fourth quarter. So you're wanting to get Michigan, or you're as Michigan, you're wanting to get off the field and at least make Alabama kick a harder field goal. So you get home right here, and that's a hard field goal to make. Said Alabama already made one hard field goal, and they make another one after this to get 20. But Michigan did a good job there on 3rd down to get off the field.
I think you do well to point that out. That seemed like it was something that was really on their mind because I like to, or what I'll say is I like to see logic behind why someone attacks in a certain way from a certain position. And I think something that you learn from watching this film closely is that Michigan really, especially on 3rd down, they really blitz in that 30-yard line, that 30 to the 25-yard line position on the field. They blitz that hard. And I think it's just exactly what you're saying. They want to put you in that 50-yard field goal range. And so I think there's something that you can learn in addition to what we've already covered, in this video and in previous ones about the Michigan defense is that that's a philosophical thing is that they want to put you into bad field goal spots with their blitz. And so that's something I think that, you can consider as being part of their toolbox as well.
Yeah, they're willing right here to give up the middle of the field. You have no backer presence for zone or anything like that. And right here, like really right before I pause this, if Milrow had seen it and if he wasn't so worried, I understand that there are 6 men around him, so I understand what I'm saying is super difficult. That ball should be out. Right here, you make contact. You see you have a 6-man rush. You know you got to get rid of this ball quick. You look at the hot route, the quick route that you should have, in your mind when you come up to the line here and you see them showing pressure. You know you have one route that's a lot quicker that you can get to easy. If backers, this is what we talk about elite processing, especially as a passer. If you see a 6-man rush and you have those backers are part of that rush, you know that the middle of that field is vacated because they are after you. And you also know what this play is. So you know you have a route right into the zone where those backers would be sitting if they were playing it. Or if, in regards to Michigan, they play man a lot. So the man that would be accountable for this guy is not there. Michigan's playing sticks. It's 3rd down. They don't want to allow anything behind those sticks. They're willing to give this up. If you're Milrow, you don't want to take a sack here. Let this thing fly. Let your guy do something in space. You got safeties who are playing the zone. One of them might be coming up to make this play. You never know what's going to happen. So this ball should be out right here. And, who knows? But instead takes the sack. And luckily for Alabama, they have a kicker who can absolutely nail one.
Roll that back just where you had it. A little more, a little more, a little more, a little more. A little more, a little more. Stop. Look at this. That is the Michigan Wolverine pass rush strategy. That's it. You hearing it here. This is how much you figure they got in their defensive staff and Jim Harbaugh. Probably about $15 million a year.
Quite a bit.
Well, you're being told right now exactly how they structure their pass rush. It goes back to what Chance was saying earlier about that triangle. You got 2 triangles in there. And what this is like, I guarantee you right here, this is what they want. There are 12 bodies surrounding Jalen Milroe. I don't care if you're Joe Montana, if you're Tom Brady, if you're Peyton Manning. 9 times out of 10, yeah, you might have this boy here, but you ain't going to throw that ball because you don't know what in the world to do because chaos has ensued. And here is the beauty about what Michigan is doing that they proved throughout this game. Just watching the theme that emerges from what we've talked about here on the Michigan defense. If I could have told the Alabama offensive staff anything during the game, it'd be the same old phrase that you hear over and over again. Run the dang ball. I understand that Jalen Milroe finds meaning and identity and everything else, and and trying to prove people wrong. But you know what? He ain't a quarterback. You know what a quarterback would have done right there? Just what Rev said. He'd have dumped that ball off because he knew the whole world was collapsing around him. When he's got 12 bodies around him, what does he do?
He takes off and tries to run it. Tries to run it right in the 3 linemen.
That's exactly it. He's getting tackled by his own men.
Watch it. You'll see him step up. Yeah, right here. You'll see him make that executive decision. Tuck the ball and run. Right into 6 dudes.
No offense to him. I don't think they put him in a position to win this football game.
I agree. I want to point out, too, now that we've got 6, we talked about this triangle whenever they're rushing 5, they make that triangle with their interior guys or the one of the guys who rushes inside, and they let their outside rushers kind of collapse the pocket a little bit and make him step up into the triangle where he can't go anywhere. In this one, you have an extra guy who's included. So you have a point to another triangle on the backside. So there is no backside escape. There is no front side escape. Mm-hmm. It's all locked down. I mean, and honestly, if you're really nitpicking this, you would like to see 99 and 15 be a little bit closer to Jalen, but they're obviously getting pushed out because they have offensive linemen on them. There's no perfect world in defense. So they're doing the best they can to close this and not not allow any escape route for them. So when you're Milroe, you take the sack or you throw the ball. That's all that Michigan has allowed you to do here. And Michigan took a calculated risk. That's what we're talking about. They know who Milroe is. They know what his first instinct is, and they know that if we bring 6 and we close him down, he will run straight into us because he will not throw that ball. They are willing to give this up for 2 reasons. They know they have safeties who are playing zone, who are watching that same thing. They know if that ball's in the air, they're breaking down and trying to make this tackle before the sticks. And they also know that they know how to get home, they know how to structure a rush, and they know what Milroe is going to do if they get there. This is good coaching. This is good execution. Michigan had this game. I understand the score currently is 17-13 where we're watching this. Michigan outplayed Alabama on every facet of this game except for special teams, which is why Alabama has the score that they do currently. But as far as a defensive breakdown, this is fantastic. And other than a couple plays and obviously a few runs where their fits were a little bit incorrect, where their safeties didn't come down and support like they were supposed to, this is a great job by Michigan, and Alabama did not expose the couple weaknesses that Michigan showed them, and instead they played right into a strength.
Everyone here at Locked In wants to say thank you to all of you who have subscribed to, liked, and commented on our channel. We've had a blast bringing great college football analysis to you. If you haven't subscribed yet, please hit the subscribe button. If you want to share your thoughts, we'd love to see your comments. Till next time, stay locked in.